Guys, gals, and guests, honey. Yes, honey. And we are back, honey. And we are back. Like I promised y'all, we will be back this week, honey. Last week we got cut off, honey, due to somebody gagging our puss. Somebody had gagged our puss, and we were snatched. However, that whole live stream will be available for you as soon as we finish with this one. So yeah, you got two to watch. You got two to watch. And because we have a couple of live streams tonight, I'm not going to keep y'all long. I'm not going to keep y'all long. We're going to get in and get out, honey. Get in, get in, get in, get out. Out, get in, get in, get in, get out. Out, out. Hi. Child, honey, I'm drinking me. It's called, well, I ain't gonna tell you what it's called because they're not endorsing me. But it is a cannabis infused soda. Grape soda. Yeah, they made it for black people. Mm-hmm. Yes. Child, I had drank one Sunday and had some Billico on top of it. Baby, when I tell y'all I was glued to the couch, baby, I had became a whole couch cushion. Honey, I ain't telling you no lies, honey. I can only tell you my experience. But I missed y'all. I missed y'all, honey. Oh, and also, a heads up, we recorded a Wine With Me Wednesday last week, too, that I was unable to post. So you will get that tomorrow, along with tomorrow's live stream of Wine With Me Wednesday. But let's hop right into the show, honey. Let's hop right into the show, honey. I got some ballroom history that I'm not sure if y'all know. You know, I be scrolling through the Facebook streets, honey. I be being nosy, seeing what they're doing on Facebook and stuff. And I did not know that Mother Baltimore, Lisa Revlon, I did not know that they meant Revlon, as in the House of Revlon. Honey, Mother Lisa Revlon, we got to give a shout out. We got to give Mother Lisa her just dues, honey. Yes, honey. Y'all know Mother, baby. Y'all know Mother Baltimore, honey. They say, they have told me and they have informed me that Mother Lisa is responsible for bringing Ballroom to Baltimore. Apparently, she's the one who they really credit for bringing Ballroom to Baltimore. And I was gagged, and I was like, this whole time I know Mother Lisa, honey. And, you know, I first met Mother Lisa when I was with my house father, rest in peace, Clarence Starr. And I still didn't put the two together that she had anything to do with Ballroom. But they was like, yes, they was like, Mother Lisa is the one who brought Ballroom to Baltimore. Is the one who brought the Revlons to Baltimore. And, honey, if y'all keep up, then y'all already know I've been told y'all that when I was coming up, honey, the Revlons and the Khans ran Baltimore. Most of the people left the House of Khan and now they're the House of West. Yep, Little James was already a Khan when I came out on the scene, and then he transitioned into becoming King James West. But yes, if you're unfamiliar with the Baltimore icon, I'm gonna call her a pioneer. She's a pioneer because she's beyond icon at this point. I mean, y'all giving icon status to any and everybody these days. But I have to consider Mother Lisa a pioneer, honey. I knew her through community work. I've known her through just hanging out on the scene, being a socialite, honey. I knew her, you know, for various other things as well, honey. But that ain't none of y'all business. That's me and Mama Lisa business, honey. Mama Lisa also performs in Paris. She does a one-woman show. She typically does a one-woman show twice a year in Paris. Baby, apparently Mama Lisa was performing in Paris before you girls was even voguing in Paris. Honey. Yep, she got her own website and everything. If y'all want to learn more about Mama Lisa Revlon, feel free to check her out, honey. She is the mother of icons. Like, literally. Like, you know, I think she's Letitia's mother. If I'm not mistaken, she is the grandmother of legends, you know. But, again, shout out to Mama Lisa. Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you, Cyrus. Yes, honey, feel free to go to LisaRevlon.com and get into Mama Lisa, get into her teas, get into her life story, baby. It's an interesting one. And if you know Mama Lisa or you know how to get in touch with her, honey, tell her to come on over here and give us her story. Tell her to come on over here because we want to know her history. We want to know Baltimore ballroom history, baby. Again, shout out to Mama Lisa Revlon. Ciao. What is going on with the Kiki scene? Child, what is going on with the Kiki scene? No, wait a minute. We're going to save that. We're going to save that. We're going to save that Kiki tea. I'm going to save that Kiki tea for y'all at the end. Yeah, honey. Yeah. All right. Oh, that goes with the Kiki tea. How did that end up all the way up here? I don't know. But we're going to have to figure it out. Child, I came across this clip, and y'all know I love me a Josephine, honey. I think I've forgiven Josephine for the blackface, because I mean, if we being fair, Josephine is a bit socially inept. You know, she's a bit intellectually awkward. You know, I told y'all before, I'm not sure if Josephine got a diagnosis or not, but we gonna give Josephine the benefit of the doubt. Honey, Josephine is a star out here in these streets, whether y'all knew it or not.
Josephine!
So, what if you and Josephine battle? What should we get called?
She want to battle you.
She want to battle you.
I don't want to battle her. That's my baby. Exactly. She's new.
What's her name?
She's new in the scene.
What's her name?
I know everybody.
Josephine says she know everybody, but she just don't know this child's name. This child is new in the scene. Josephine said, why was they asking her to battle Josephine, though? They are messy, honey. Josephine can't even leave out of the function without people flagging her down like the paparazzi, honey. Josephine, I want to be like you when I grow up, honey. I want to be like you when I turn into a Thundercat, honey. That was not ladylike. Do any of y'all know how old Josephine is? If you know how old Josephine is, put it in the chat. It's hard to tell. You know, Josephine has told us about her addiction. And y'all know the way that y'all girls be out here smoking Tina and stuff and getting craters in your face. Child, some of y'all be looking 50 in your 20s. So, I don't know. Maybe Josephine is 23. Child. But she gives me Thundercat. I think she done had a lot of life. I think she done seen a lot of life. You know, honey. Pray for Josephine Perez, honey, okay? What's going on, House of D? Buffy was a con too? You know, House of D, I'm going to have to get into Buffy's tea because I realized that Buffy had been deemed legendary, but I didn't know of Buffy as a con. But to be fair, that was during the time where, when I first took my break from Ballroom, I wasn't even watching Ballroom clips or anything like that. So that could have been, Buffy could have been making her name during the time where I had tuned out. But I'm going to have to get into that. But what's up, House of D? What's going on, honey? Yes, honey. I didn't know Buffy. I'm going to have to get into Buffy skits because, honey, y'all know, was Buffy always a thick girl, House of D? Because y'all know I gets into the thick girl, big girl, plus size girl, chubby girl performance, honey. And I like Buffy performance. I like how Buffy finds a way to incorporate popular dances into her performance, but it's still voguing. She still be voguing. Y'all know a lot of the girls, honey, they do, a lot of the girls that do the street dancing and they vogue, honey, they only got two elements. A spinning and dip. The third element is hip hop dancing or TikTok dancing, whatever's popping at the time. You said when she was a con, you was a con too, D. D, do you still walk, D? Do you still walk? What if you still walk? What house you in? What category you walk? And what is your name? We like to highlight the viewers over here. Yes. I like to show y'all love for showing me love. You know how we do it. It's give and take around here. Honey, this billica a little tight. I be having that problem sometimes. Sometimes I be twirling them a little too tight, honey, and then you can't get nothing out of it, honey, but cinder. You don't get no actual real smoke, honey. You get cinder, baby. You get smoke signals. Like, you get the signal that if it wasn't so tight, you could smoke it. Child, honey. Oh, before I forget to let all you ballroom kids know, honey, if anybody is in the Arkansas area, if anybody is in the Little Rock area, if anybody's going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas this weekend, please hit your girl up. I will be there. I will be working, but I will have time to lounge and chill and link with the folks. So yeah, hit me up if you out in Arkansas. Child, honey, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a little scared. Fortunately, I'm not going alone, but I wouldn't go to no Midwest by myself, period. Honey, especially not in no damn Arkansas. Oh, like, probably more Trump flags at Arkansas than it is Negro. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, you said when she was a con, she was thick too. Oh, D said that they are a prospect for a house. You don't want to say which house yet. D, I already know how the house politics work, baby. What category do you walk? And give me your name. Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let us know if we can find any clips of you so that we can support. And whatever house that you want to be in, I hope that you do your research. Genuinely, and even more than doing your research, is genuinely getting to know the people in the house, especially the people who you're going to have to deal with. You know, the mother and the father of your chapter, any other leaders in your chapter, you know, your house brothers and sisters. That's always the best thing. I feel like the best house placement is always where it feels like family. Well, D, you should walk OTA next week. I'm telling you, walk OTA next week. Make sure you have fun with it. And I guarantee that there's going to be more eyes on you, and there may be more prospective houses that want to bring you in, honey. And the house that's looking at you, you might earn a bit more respect. Speaking of respect, I want to show some love to the father, the founding father, Bugs Donyale Luna. Let me see if we can find a picture of Bugs. Says I have to be logged in, and I'm not logging in, and I'm damn sure not logging in while y'all on here. I can't believe they won't let us bring up a picture. That's late. But anyway, that's Bugs's IG. Feel free to go follow the founding father, Buzz Luna. He was just recently granted with an award these past couple of weeks. And so was the founding mother of the house of Donyale Luna, honey, Miss Aoki Lee, honey, also known as Miss Big Clit Lee, honey. She's not ashamed of her adult entertainment, and that's the way it should be. If you're ashamed, you shouldn't be doing it. But shout out to Aoki Lee, honey. I love me an Aoki Lee, baby. And y'all know I love the house of Donyale Luna, period, baby. I don't think that I ever told y'all that the house of Donyale Luna is actually named after the first black supermodel. Yes. Actually named after the first black supermodel, Donyale Luna. Yes, honey. Not only does the founding mother and father know fashion, but the founding mother and father apparently know their black history as well, because, honey, y'all consider me a historian. I do document history. But, baby, I didn't know that Donyale Luna was the first black supermodel, honey. The children had to tell me, and then Aoki had verified, and I was like, oh, word, honey. I told y'all I live for this house. I've been telling y'all for a long time. Y'all better keep y'all eyes on the house of Donyale Luna, honey, because them and the children gonna gag y'all. They gonna gag y'all if you don't watch out. They gonna gag y'all if y'all don't watch out. Child, House on Fire. I still have not got back into House on Fire. I'm going to make it a priority to get back into House on Fire and to get caught up in House on Fire. But of course, most of the cast are my mutuals, and I be getting into the tea, and they be really talking when episodes come out. I hadn't even got into this, but let's see what he talk about after the past week's episode.
What's up, everybody? I hope all is well. I just wanted to jump on here and share some of my feelings with you about the latest episode. I'm really not understanding what the fuck is up with these girls. When it comes to Tati and Brooklyn, I don't understand why they would set me up and what reason they have to set me up at all. I've never given them a reason to set me up, unless they're just straight out haters. Brooklyn, I'm also not understanding why you would tell this girl that I'm the one that called her a prostitute when you were actually the one that called her a prostitute. You bugging. You bugging. The mother, it seems like you're always trying to save face, point fingers at me, and never actually correct your daughters. I don't get that. Is that what mothers do? Lolita, you never can pick a side. You always have those girls back even when they're wrong. And that's not right. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Chanel should actually be called the messy one. Because when Chanel makes a joke, we find it funny. But when I tell something that someone said, I'm being called messy. And at the very top, Leyna. What's up with you, sis? You sit there and say that you're okay with me repeating back the words that you say, but you actually can't ever repeat back the words that you say yourself. All the girls in this house are messy.
All the girls in the house is messy, AJ said. Child, well, AJ, last time I checked, wasn't you trying to be inducted into the house, AJ? You was trying to be inducted into the house before you knew everybody well enough to know that they was messy. And that's why I'm telling you, D, get to know the children that you have to be in cahoots with. Honey, Tati and Brooklyn and set AJ out. How did Tati and Brooklyn set AJ out? Well, I gotta get into the show. I got to get into the show. And they throwing around the word prostitute, honey. Oh, Lord, not ladies of the night, honey. Dirty Diana. Said, mother, you don't correct your daughters, honey. And how did Lolita get into it? AJ, you didn't even have no real critique for Lolita. Not you that came for Lolita. Everybody loves Lolita. AJ, what is going on? Honey, I'm going to tell you what's going on with me, AJ, honey. I am feeling that cannabis infused grape soda. Honey, the nigga juice got me nigga. AJ. And AJ essentially said what everybody says about Lena, that she's phony. Y'all know I love Lena. Honey. Let's see what Yusuf and Leyna talk about, honey.
It's unfortunate that my name got, thrown through the damn mud.
But what I don't like is that everybody's putting it on him. You see clearly where that shit came from in the whole in the episode. So I need everybody to circle back and really realize where the fucking shade came from, and not just putting it on the Butch Queen. The girls were girling, and we're not even touching on that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we're missing the bigger picture. You didn't even see nowhere where he was oh, I know that, da, 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 da. No, that came out of Miss Mama's mouth. Miss Brooklyn being messy. If we want to go into it. Let's go into it. Her calling you a prostitute out of pure just she had to defend her shit. You know what I mean? Which was absolutely wrong. So I want to talk about that since I have you. I know you beating that face because you got somewhere to go, and I know this is a situation that most girls, don't like to talk about. People don't like to talk about this, and to be honest with you, a lot of people have been through that. A lot of people are still going through that shit, and I think that how you handled that situation was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think a lot of people, you helped a lot of people, you touched a lot of people. Shit, you touched me because, growing up, gay in Miami. I had a lot of friends, me myself, I've been put in situations where like, oh my God, like what am I doing? Like, is this, how did that just happen? How, you find yourself in some fucked up shit, you know what I mean? And I think that that's just not a girl thing. I think us guys go through that shit too,
Yeah.
like sex work and prostitution and all of this shit. But for somebody to say it and try to like weaponize it or make it seem like, it was kind of fucked up.
Sex work is the backbone of our community because it is literally the only way we have found resources or found access to having resources because of that. If you think of any trans woman before 5 years ago, there is a history of us trying to just navigate ourselves because we cannot access healthcare, we cannot access education, we can't access these resources with jobs, we can't access resources with housing. So we have to go out in the world and we have to kind of be in a sense of survival tactical experiences where we're meeting people that are lusting over us and they want to spend time with us, but they also don't want to bring us into the sunlight. So we have to be kind of the lady of the night in some aspects. And when he said the reference pretty woman, this is not just a queer thing or a trans thing. This is a universal conversation. Sex work is
Across
the
the board.
oldest, it's the oldest form of work since the dawn of time. And for trans folks and queer folks like myself, I want to go to college. I wanted to go out and have resources. I wanted to be, an astronaut and a doctor, but going to apply for those jobs, going to apply for those applications and getting those grants. People always want to send you like, oh, well, we don't know, or we don't have, we don't have resources for folks like you. Maybe try community college. It's like, no, I want to go to Harvard. I want to go to Howard. I want to go to Boston Conservatory. I want to go to Juilliard. And that was originally my dreams. But, we are out here and the only opportunities that we have are those opportunities. And it's unfortunate that that's the case. But, it's important that we bring awareness to this and we start the conversation because this is a conversation that we are not having with each other. This is a conversation
Exactly.
that we throw under the rug, we put in the closet, and we just kind of like, show face and act like everything's
Yeah, and I
okay.
think it's a conversation that men and women should have. You know what I mean? Like it's something that can go back and forth, and then you realize that like kind of the struggle is pretty much not that far off. It's the same shit. Wait, somebody saying something. Marcus saying something. It's never to shame anyone for their survival. If Brooklyn was hurt, you know what? Out of hurt, you got to really be careful with what you say. Like I don't excuse people like, oh, I was hurt, so I said that. Because right now, like this day and age, you got to be really fucking careful with what come out of your mouth because you say things you can't take it back.
We can't.
And it's like those. No, this ain't an episode of Housewives. No shade, Housewives, where girls can just go have dinner and apologize. Sometimes you say shit, and it's like know that you probably ruined a relationship that you could have had and a friendship that you had or a bond or something like trust. Like, we can't do that this day and age. You know what I'm saying? So, like, think about the shit you say before you say it. So, I'm not making no excuses for her. That's no excuse. Like, I don't give a fuck how hurt she was or what she was going through. Like, it's no reason to, like, try to, like, throw that in as a, self-defense. Like, girl, do something else.
You know what
Like,
it is? A lot of people cannot find dirt on me, and they think that this is dirt. This is not really dirt. This is actually something very real that her sisters and her mothers and her mentors all had to go through. So, I it was unfortunate that I had to have this conversation with the rest of the world and have my truth, have a part of my past, which is my truth, come out at this time. But this is also a learning
yeah,
experience. This is also an ability for people that are strippers, that are sex workers, that are escorts, that are out here doing OnlyFans, that are out here doing content that are showing that they're beautiful. And and this is the perfect time to have the conversation. Maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it wasn't the right time to have the conversation, but right now it is the perfect time to have this conversation. And we need to bring more awareness to this because sex work is work, and it deserves to be seen as work. And I love when I was stripping
Oh, okay. She going into her whole sex worker spiel. Oh, right. I get what they're saying. I get what Yusuf's saying. Brooklyn definitely has to be weary. if you gonna, you know, be emotional and you gonna say things on camera that you wouldn't say to people's face or that you don't want to say to people's face, honey, you gonna have to have those discussions with them before you start filming or something. But Leyna is like, I be trying to get with her, but it's just something about her. She just rubs me the wrong way. It's the, I don't know. I don't know if she needs to tell more of her story, because I've heard her tell quite a bit of her story, and it's just like, it's a turn off. And I'm sure she probably has, or I get the impression that she probably has the thought that girls who think like me, like we're probably hating on her. We can't take her confidence. But no, it's just something really not likable about you. You know what I mean? I've always got along with the pretty girls. I've always got along with the it girls. I've always got along with the it people. You know what I mean? And I think it's because they could sense that I don't want to take their spot. I have my own, and I'm comfortable with my own spot. So it's definitely not that, Lena. Not with me. I'm sure it probably is some girls that probably just can't take the way you look or whatever. But not all of us. Not all of us. Not all of us. And it's obvious because Lena views don't be doing good. You know, I had YouTubed her, you know, she pops up in my feed because I talk about trans stuff and I talk about her. But her views don't be nothing. Everything she's on always has the lowest views. And I think the only reason people even tuned into Femme Queen Crazy Sexy Cool episode was for the same reason I did, was to see what was going on with Lola. What's going on with her and Lola. You know. Leyna had, a lot of us had recognized her who didn't know her through Ballroom. A lot of us had recognized her with the whole Victoria's Secret thing. And I guess it started from there, honey. But look at my sis, Hope Giselle. Hope Giselle is all of the things, honey. Hope Giselle, it wasn't no stopping her from going to college, honey. It wasn't no. And that made me question Leyna too, because it's like nobody stopped you from doing these things. You could have still went to school. A lot of trans girls went to school, especially somebody who think that they hot shit like you, honey. You would have worked out well in college. You would have made a lot of necessary connections for the fashion industry. I mean, I became a girl in college. I first heard the word transgender when I was in college. I don't know your story. I mean, based on your story that you tell, Leyna, I don't see no reason why you shouldn't have went to college if that's what you really wanted to do. I always got the impression that you really wanted to be a model, which is nothing wrong with that. You do that and you're successful at that. Wasn't successful at Victoria's Secret, though. My sis, Hope Giselle, has worked with them, and she's not even a model. You know, they didn't put her on the runway, but apparently the white, oh Lord, spilling the tea. Oh Lord, child, what is going on, honey? I know what's going on. All right, let's come back. Child, technical difficulties, honey. Technical difficulties, honey. But the white queens over there at Victoria's Secret, yep, Victoria's Secret is that she's a man. The white men over there, like her. I don't know if they queens or not, but they definitely give me trans attractive, both of them. Definitely give me trans attractive. I think they both is queer, especially this one over here on the right. Because, you know, white men usually don't look that young unless they're a little regular, you know. Yeah. Work, Hope. Hope was looking good. Okay. Yes, come on, Hope Giselle. Alright. Get into it. Okay, get into it. Leyna, apparently I'm not the only one who feels this way. Leyna, are you in therapy? It's just something that comes off real standoffish. I get the impression, just my intuition tells me it's a defense mechanism. But yeah, if you're truly aware of your pretty, you don't carry it well. I'll say that. You know, because defense mechanisms tend to come out of insecurity, especially when they become part of your personality type. Uh, this ain't the psychology live. This is the ballroom live. This is the ballroom live, honey. She does come off cocky, D, and I didn't want to say that because I'm a cocky person as well. And maybe this is how I come off to people. I hope not, honey. I want somebody to sit down and tell me if it is. Um, yeah, I'm cocky too, so it's usually not that. I usually like other cocky people too, as long as they have a good heart. But just getting the impression that maybe Lena doesn't have a good heart. Maybe that's what it is. Cause I tend to be able to spot a snake in the grass. D. I tend to be able to spot a snake in the grass. What's going on, Nathaniel? It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love on the channel, Nathaniel. I'm glad that you're here, love. D said, AJ need to stay out of Femme Queen business. Honey, it sounds like, honey, the Femme Queens can put AJ in the business, honey, but it sounds like it would go perfect. It sounds like AJ is one of them queens who would fit into the Femme Queen business. He's just a pretty little queen, you know? Is he trans attracted? Oh, D, you said you a twister? And you be incorporating old way and new way? Not sovereign, runway, and realness and all those things. D, we got to get into you, honey. D, put your TikTok and or IG in the chat so we can get into the team. I ain't gonna post you on here. Not today. Not today, D. Not today. I ain't gonna post you on here today unless you want to be posted. But I want to get into the tea, honey. You talking about the siren and the realness and all that. I want to see what it's giving on the picture. Yes, the girls want to see. The people want to know. Child. So I'm on Instagram minding other people's business. I wanted to say minding my own business, but that's not how it works. I was on Instagram minding other people's business. And Ebony, I had seen Ebony make this post, honey. She was talking about, you know, she done won her trophy. And the next thing she knows, she done got clocked. You know, honey, not clocked as in spooked, but like upside her head. Yes, honey, said that she was assaulted and threatened by Canadian father Telfar. Honey, child, the changing room caught everything, Ebony said. Child, and keep in mind, Telfar is Kiki scene. So I said, Lord. So then I was scrolling through my DMs, minding my business. And then I guess this message, you know, they was like, honey, that the HMI father, Ja Telfar, had rigged the HMI award ball. Allegedly, that's what the people think, that he done rigged the award ball. And, you know, he president of the Kiki scene. He didn't name himself, and he's supposed to be laid up with the house kids and all. Said all the heaviest hitters and left the house, and they didn't reopen the house of unbothered Cartier. Honey, I had seen the unbothered Cartier. I had watched their little practice session. It wasn't little, it was a lot of people in there. But I had watched they practice session and stuff that they had posted. Y'all know I get into the Kiki scene. I don't discriminate against the Kiki scene, honey. I wish the Kiki scene was around when I was Kikiing. No shade. But I was like, oh Lord, what is going on with the Kiki scene? It ain't even a safe space for the kids. You know, it was supposed to be a safe space for the kids. You know, that's what it was supposed to be made for. Child, Ebony. My girl, Ebony. Hey, Ebony girl. I hit you up. Check your DMs. Honey. So then I'm on Patty Mondays. And Mother Canada. honey, Mother Canada, Mugler, Tamar, and came on there. Child, I said, not the Canadian girls that's on. Now, keep in mind, let's go back to the picture of Ebony. Because I had to put I was putting 2 and 3 and 4 together and stuff. She was in Canada. I said, girl, so I had been thinking to myself, girl, what is going on with the Canadian scene? As soon as I had seen that Toronto, yeah, as soon as I seen Tamar. I was like, what is going on with the Kiki Canadians? I'll get into it, honey. Shout out to Petty Mondays. Link in the description to see it live or to see the playbacks. Shout out to Ball Voyeurs. What's up, BV? Ciao.
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing fine with yourself.
I'm good, thanks.
So tell us what's going on, my love. Like, you a part of it?
Honestly don't know what's going on. I don't really have much to say. I pop into the show just because I think it's so great that we have this kind of a space, but it's just not for me. It's scary. But long story short, Ebony has squandered her entire social capital as it pertains to Canada, the country that she resides in. And then
we back at Ebony. I said, Lord, honey, not Ebony, not my girl, not Niecy.
Really, really sad that it's not just me. Like, I didn't chop her. I didn't even vote. But the whole house came after me. And they didn't come after the person that actually chopped her and said it was personal. So I don't know what the reason is for not actually addressing.
So can you tell me who from the House of Delcourt that chopped her that they should be attacking and not you and Tamar?
It was the Canadian overseer that chopped her. Notice Delcourt. And so they privately messaged the Delcourts to address their member, but they publicly had to crucify me, which is fine because I don't care. But they're like, oh, two can play at that game. I'm like, what game? I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm also entitled to be shady. I'm entitled to do whatever the fuck I want to do because it's ballroom, and ballroom is also subjective. There's a social element to ballroom that plays into your success if you are not the quintessential blueprint of your category.
Now, honey, is this a Canada Kiki thing, honey? Child, honey, Tamar, you are saying all of the quiet things out loud, honey. Ain't they colonized too? Didn't the crackers colonize them too? Honey, and they didn't get the passive aggressive. They didn't. Tamar said, no, I ain't have to have a reason for chopping the bitch. I don't like her. Honey, I felt like being shady. Is what Tamar. Tamar, I'm mind my business.
She's not. She's great at what she does, I'm sure. But, that's also still subjective. There's people in ballroom that their talent is not subjective. It's just a matter of fact, and she's not one of those girls. And I don't think I'm quintessential to my category, even though I have my status, doesn't matter to me. It's not that deep. So, when she was chopped, it's normally someone would come to your defense and be like, you're trying it. You have no one to come to your defense because you've squandered your entire social capital in Canada. And, that has nothing to do with me. I also, at one point in time, way years ago, have also squandered my social capital. And I was not a loved member of my community. And I had to work my ass off to get back into the good graces of the people that I love, because that's how we better the scene. And if I'm 32, damn near 33, I want to make sure that there's a ballroom scene here left for people to find later on, and it has to be in good working condition. We don't have elders in our scene like you guys do over there. There's no icons. There's no folks that were paving the way like you guys have in the States. So we're very limited in regards to how we pass shit down here. And Kiona came in December for my ball, and she came and actually asked us, please forgive Ebony. She needs community. She needs people. She needs her girls. You guys came up together, please. And it wasn't just me she asked to forgive Ebony. It was a lot of people she asked to forgive Ebony. And these are people that Ebony's actually heard. And Ebony actually apologized. And I said, you know what, girl, I'm not here to hold nothing against you. Cool. Let's keep it cool. And so me and her were talking. We hung out. We went out. Everything was totally fine. It was the latex ball. She had walked the latex ball. I left before intermission, so I didn't see her walk. I didn't even see her at the ball. And she had asked, or she had posted that she had won. And I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw that she had won. There was like a mixture of photos and videos. And the videos play automatically for me when I'm scrolling by. But I just looked at the photos to see her effect. And I wrote, congratulations. Didn't think much of it. Not a big deal. And then on the phone, maybe the next day, she's just like, I asked her, I'm like, oh, so how did it go at the ball? Who did you battle? Because I know in the past, the girls that she was battling, the other drags, runways like Milan and Mermaid and them, but they're now femme queens. So I was just curious, like, who in your heat is left? Like, who's the new girls that, like, you know, you're up against? And she was like, oh, I didn't battle anyone. I said, oh, me neither. Like, I've also won that way in New York at major balls. I find it so interesting that in New York at big balls, a lot of girls that you would want to see don't come out. I wonder, like, what that's about. But I've also won to nobody in New York as well. Didn't think much of it. Had the rest of the conversation. Didn't hear from her for a couple of days. I assumed she was traveling with her boyfriend. Randomly, maybe a week later, she messages me and she's just like, hey, just want to bring something to your attention that, like, it offended me. And I thought you were being shady when you asked me who I battled at the ball, when you already know I didn't battle anybody. You wrote on my status, congratulations. So I know you watched and know that I didn't battle anyone. So I thought you were being shady. And I immediately replied to her. I'm like, girl, I'm not being shady. I just didn't know this. And I told her the same way I asked my dad, Zolai, who he battled at the ball. He said he didn't battle anyone and he won just from getting tens. No one else had walked the category. I'm like, oh, like I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. And she just basically told me that I can't take her and I'm jealous of her. And that's the reason why I asked her who she battled at the ball, because I'm trying to belittle her. I'm like, I'm not in competition with you. I've never been.
To my grand Yanni. So Yanni, if you're still in here, Yanni, what did you have to do with this? And where's Erica and where's Yanni? What did y'all have to do with this if the Del Cores was the one that chopped her? Why y'all got so much heat with?
Yes, honey. The mothers. Yanni Lanvin and Erica Lanvin. Child, honey, apparently they didn't hop on Tamar.
With these young ladies about the child.
Okay, so I think it was because on the live you can hear the conversation between Tamar and Deshawn is asking why she was chopped. So I guess they assume Tamar was the one who chopped her because Deshawn was asking her.
No, the Delcours, I mean, the Lanvins know I didn't chop her. Deshawn asked the Delcour, was the chop personal? Because you chopped her before she even got on the runway. And the Delcour said, yes, it's personal. Then Deshawn came over to the complete opposite side of the panel, and Deshawn said, what is going on? Why did the Delcour chop Ebony and it's personal? Like, what's going on? And I said, Ebony has squandered her social capital in Canada. No one is coming to Ebony's defense, and that's on her. They can chop her for any reason. It is Ballroom. I would have loved to chop Ebony too. I just didn't. I don't like her. I didn't take out my grievances on her on the runway. I didn't do that. I have enough for myself not to do that. The Delcour did it.
Erica, come on. Is Yanni here? Because we need to get this under control, honey, okay? And I don't know why y'all wasn't at the Delcours, and the Delcours was the one that chopped her.
I didn't keep quiet because I was just asked, what is going on here? And I said, this is what's going on here. This is why it's personal with her. And like, there's not many people in the scene that.
Well, y'all saying you should have mind your business, but she was asked a question and she answered the question.
Get your cam down, Erica. Okay, yeah. There you go.
Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you putting.
What's going on?
Hello.
We're talking about this post with you and Yanni attacking the girl allegedly. Attacking the girl.
Yes, honey, say it's allegedly, darling. I didn't attack anybody. I didn't come nasty. I didn't come disrespectful. I will hope she's not up here saying I did.
I did not.
Well, no, we ran all the posts.
Right. Don't you think I kept it real cunty?
I mean,
so
the girls.
My thing, so y'all had an opinion because of them asking them a question, and it was caught on the 99 mics that I told all you girls to stop talking that around on the panels. But why didn't y'all address
listen, I had an opinion because my child hit me up. My child said, okay, this has been going on forever with this same girl. She didn't tell me anything about Delcourt or anything else. She said this same girl. Because, I would have brought it to any bitch. Delcourt, this girl, that girl. But she told me about this girl. I don't know the situation because I don't get involved in situations like this. But when I wrote under Yanni's post, I was actually trying to get some understanding. And they were laughing. This girl here and another guy was laughing like as if I was saying something funny. So that offended me.
Okay,
listen, my whole thing. Hold on.
Go ahead, Yanni. Go ahead, Grant.
I'm so confused how y'all can ask what it has to do with us if it has to do with a child in the house of Lambin and we're the mothers of this house.
Okay.
So
hold
on. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So anytime somebody anytime somebody want to play with somebody's house member, they're going to be approached. Some people went to the Delcourt and some people went to her.
Right, but why did
it went? Hold on, y'all. So the question, Grant. So the question is that what they have for y'all is, why did y'all go privately to the Delcourt, but y'all went publicly to them?
So I never. Hold on, Yanni. See, I never spoke to any Delcourt because I don't know any of those people. I've spoken to her, this girl right here before. I can't get her name right off the back of my head. Tamar.
Oh,
I've spoken with her before, not on this situation, not on this topic. Like we talk back and forth sometimes on Facebook. So I know her. So I was going to, as I was writing her in her inbox, to try to get some clarity on the situation. Yanni had already wrote a post. So I said, you know what? Let's just bring it on the post. So let's just get it all out. And I came to the post very respectful. I was like, I said, listen, this is nasty. If y'all have personal shade, leave that personal shade with each other. Why bring it to Ballroom? Where the fuck is this naughtiness coming from?
Yes, so, exactly. And when I wrote the post, the same Mugler, we always having to go and have a conversation with a house member, and you expect people to handle a situation, and clearly the situation wasn't handled from when I had conversation with Child Leader about how people are spitting on her, embarrassing her on the mic, and that was why. Hold on. I didn't say you, but I'm talking. So So once I cleared that up, it should not have been nothing else. And all of y'all explanation is personal issues. So if it's personal, keep that personal bullshit elsewhere.
But she didn't chop the girl. She didn't chop her.
I understand she didn't chop her. Hold on. She was on the panel saying, well,
she was no. She was not being shady. She was not being shady. She was asking a question. She was asking a question.
No one is just going to feel type of ways for no reason, no apparent reason. And also,
but she was. But y'all leader asked her a question and she answered it.
A situation. Why?
Did you hear the way she answered the question? As for her being a leader and a judge at that moment, but she should not have brought it like that. No shade. But she said because we don't like her, she didn't chop her. But her comment is nasty. Her comment was nasty. I don't care about the chop. If a bitch get chopped, walk away. Her comment was nasty.
My comment was,
don't be shady and don't be nasty.
If a bitch sat up on that panel and said some shit like that to you, Nikki, you would turn the ball out.
But you guys also don't come to Canada to even what our climate is like.
Did you hear her,
Right? I was asked what happened on that side of the panel. Give me context, right? That was the right comment. He was confused, right? I told him, nobody sees it for her because she's hurt everyone. Individually, she has hurt so many people.
Bro, God bless them. Auntie, get up off this motherfucking panel. We're not finna to explain ourselves.
Wait, Yanni, wait. It's no problem with us even sitting up here and saying what we have to say. Like, because we don't want to keep the situation going. We want to try to diffuse it while it's ahead.
That's my thing, because you're my daughter, that's my grand. How can we rectify this problem so this does not happen anymore? Because
stop bullying. Stop bullying that girl. That girl is out there in Canada by herself. She has no house members out there. Stop bullying her.
Hold on. So let me ask you this, because the whole country cannot dislike this girl for no reason.
We know she's not no saint. We know she's not no angel. We brought it to her as well. But we are also going to protect ours.
Thank you.
We brought it to her, trust me.
And I hope y'all are willing to protect yours.
And you know what Tamar's rebuttal was back to me? Tamar's rebuttal back to me was, chop me, Erica, do what you gotta do. I said to her, I would not chop you. If the chop is not deserving, why would I do that? That's petty and that's naughty.
I only said that because y'all said you're going to turn the tables on me and two can play at that game. So it's
honey, we from New York City, honey. When we say turn the tables, we literally mean turn the tables.
Listen, I said it, but I wasn't talking about chopping or nothing. There's plenty of ways where you can make a bitch feel uncomfortable coming to your city.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. So y'all making her feel very uncomfortable. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying, because y'all want to throw rocks and hide your hands. Y'all making her feel comfortable. Like Erica said, she's not a saint. But nobody.
But so they're only giving her what she has given other people.
No, it's not. No, she's giving them what they've been giving to her.
No, but y'all said that she's not a saint. So here's my thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. We tend to create this culture where we want to do shit and don't want to have no backlash from it, right? And I often tell people, you have to be mindful of things that you do on social media, right? I don't know where this happened at, but that plays a big part. People will dislike you because of what you do on social media, regardless whether you want to say it's right or not, right? So you can't do things to people and then when the shit comes back to you, you want to play the victim. No, that's not how that goes. You created this culture. You got to deal with it.
And that's fact. Well, we know that Tamar is the queen of Canada. So whatever she says goes. It's no shade.
Right.
It's no shade. Whatever she says goes.
Hold on, Nikki. What
I think is very last thing is just like
what you're not doing is
the last
doing
thing
to listen to. Hold on.
So listen. We just sat here.
The other side. They're not innocent.
Okay, so again.
Sorry, all that I wanted to say is like I'm out here raw dogging it because I don't have anyone firsthand to learn from about leadership. But the way I see things is like I would have hoped that the older femme queens in the scene that are coming down would have been more solution oriented and try to fix the problem like Kiona did, right? I wasn't out there trying to embarrass Ebony in public. I was asked a question for context because Ebony's neck was going to shit, right? I was just asked, why is this happening? Should we do something about it? I said, no, it's not my place to defend Ebony. And you guys were not there to even help her. So, like, in person, right? No one was there. She's here alone. And no one comes down to help her. So when I was her friend for 6 weeks, I was trying to help her. She said she wanted to build up the Canadian chapter. I said, Ebony, let's concoct a plan to try and bring you back into the good graces of the community. You don't know anyone in the community because you're not a part of Ballroom here. You're not. You've removed yourself. You made it intentional and you made everyone your enemy. Well, how do we get you back in the good graces? By participating. Even if that means you get chopped at every ball, I will be there with you. I'll be there beside you. I was against the Muglers, and I mother Mugler Canada, and I was against them to support her. And she's really hurt people. I'm talking about in a very disgusting way. It wasn't the Mugler that spat on her. It was somebody else, right? But like, I did my part to try and be solution oriented and make her experience a lot better. And like, I don't feel like anyone on that Lanvin side extended that same grace to make sure that her experience becomes better. You did not help her, right? In the eyes of everyone that was watching that exchange, it was bad. It was very, very bad.
There was no Lanvins there at that moment.
Pardon me?
There was no Lanvins there at that moment. We got the story. day or the next few days. I don't know what y'all situation is, Tamar. Y'all are both good. Y'all are both good girls in y'all category.
Honey, Miss Tamar turned the tables on the girls, didn't she, honey? Miss Tamar said, wait, how y'all gonna tell me what's going on in Canada and y'all ain't never in Canada?
Y'all do what y'all gotta do. I don't think that this should be still going on for 4 years.
So, Erica, help us. Instead of making Facebook statuses and us having an exchange on Facebook, let's be solution and make a difference.
Tamar, let me tell you one thing, and this is why I can understand why she kind of give you what she give you, because you said he talking about like you trying to give like the older girls should be teaching and instead of writing statuses. Like, let me tell you something. Like, I didn't tell you. Like, you have issue with me to stop telling you stop trying to be shady on the panel, but you trying to tell me how I should approach a situation. Like I told you.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not at all. If you took it that way, I'm sorry.
I told you, I had to
That's not the way I meant it.
Another situation with the Muglers and motherfucking Ebony already. So then therefore I've done that twice over.
I'm getting a whole gaslight situation right now. No shade.
Hold on.
No shade.
Me gaslighting?
That's what it sounds like, Mama, because the way you was bringing it to me yesterday, and I was being nothing but respectful, the way you was bringing it to me yesterday, giving very laugh, like as if I was saying something funny.
Funny, right.
It was very disrespectful. And I'm an elder in the community, and you were being very disrespectful. You were.
I'm sorry it was received that way. I wasn't trying to disrespect you or Yanni. Like, that was not my intention at all. I also, like, Ebony's going through a rough time, but that doesn't dismiss what I might be going through, that I don't make everyone else's problem. And, like, I did not approach you guys in the way that you guys approached me. I was the calm one. Like, I was tagged. I never had a conversation with any of you guys. Like, I felt...
Okay, they're going to go back and forth about semantics for a while. But I'm going to wrap it up for you. They ended up coming to a resolution. You know, Ebony, girl, I want you to spend less time at Toronto PD. I want you to spend less time at the Toronto 51 Division. I want you to spend less time there. And I want you to spend more time on the runway. Yeah. Child, honey. Moral of the story. There's a lot going on in Canada, too. Child, honey, you thought it was exclusive to the United States? Honey, just wait until I start translating the Espanol girls ballroom scene for you. Oh, it's going to be a lot to talk about, honey. Yeah. Z, let me look you up. Let's look up Z. Let's look up Z. Z, are you a Zior? Are you a Zior for real? It's all underscores. You're so good. Good love. Encore. It's an encore. What are they talking about? I'll look you up. Nobody has an eating disorder. What is going on with my phone? Is TikTok down for y'all as well? Honey, because TikTok's questioned me about an eating disorder and told me that I'm not alone. Asked me that I need help. Honey, ain't no eating disorder going on over here. It's a little port. Donate to the channel. Donate to the channel. Cash App in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Honey, yes. Donate to the channel. Honey, $1. $1 itself will go far. D, it's not letting me bring you up. That is shady. That is some shady work. Honey, shady work. Let me go to the IG and see what's going on. Every time I'm on here, somebody done just had top surgery. It's her and encore. Your love, you're so good. Good love, good love. Encore, it's her encore. Hey, Sam's. Yes, the Latin community would. The Latin community would be a Kiki, I am sure. Z, honey, it's a. Oh, I found you. I was going to say, Z, honey, it's acting like I can't. It's acting like I couldn't get you. Look at Z. Yes. Yeah, I see sex siren. I see the sex siren. Okay, let me pull Z up for y'all so y'all can get into the slick. Yep, Z, I lied. We pulling you up today. Z, honey, I see the potential. Yeah, D, you look like a baby. How old are you, D? Honey. Come on, IG. IG is playing in my face. There we go. There we go. Encore. It's an encore. Your love. You're so good. Good love. It's an encore. Let's get into the material. Y'all get into Z, honey. Your new ex-Iron. D, how old are you? D, is it even legal for me to show these pictures on him? What did I lie about? What did I lie about, D? Honey, D is very handsome. D said that he is older than he looks. Yes, we are looking forward to seeing what you do out in the scene, what you do out on the floor, D. Honey, yes. Twister. Honey, I want to see what it's giving. I want to see that performance, D. Honey, you need to go ahead and walk a OTA. Honey. Yeah, but I see the cyber in you, honey, because you have naked all through your IG. I see it. I see it for you. You're welcome, love. You're very welcome. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I told y'all we was going through it quick, honey. We was going to get through it quick. Baby, I ain't have a lot of tea for y'all this time. Like this video to get more content from me and more content like this, even not from me. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all all for subscribing. Shout out to all of my TikTok folks. Shout out to all of my IG peoples for coming through. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for showing up for the girl, honey. And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. What is going on, honey? TikTok was talking. Did y'all hear that? Honey, the Android was over there talking. Lord, who is it? Alexa? Oh God, honey. But yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all so very much. Like, share, subscribe, share this video with somebody else who loves the ballroom. See, honey, yes, I love all of you who live in your truth. I love you just for being here, baby, honey. See y'all tomorrow for Wine With Me Wednesdays. Peace, love, and blessings to you and yours until we speak again.